Tuesday, February 18th. For those that don't know, I did a bonus episode yesterday. The markets were closed. I gave you a bonus episode. I gave you the paid members an exclusive look at robotics, where the opportunities are. Looked at some stocks. One AI stock that has a cup and handle heading into earnings, and Grok 3. Doesn't seem like it crashed the markets, but we will see. We'll go over that. We're going to go over a lot. We're going to go over the Grok launch. We're going to go over Grab, which is the hottest stock that is I guess a meme stock. Social sentiment on it is like huge. Shai posted about it. I'll go into my thoughts on it. We'll go into strategies, how you can find a strategy on YouTube or even on Twitter, and go to Trendspider. Most likely they have something built for you on it. We'll go into why strategies matter. We'll go into Grok, how it was released last night. And then we'll go into scans, because they do have some scans that are really, really bullish and look good. And a ETF, crypto ETF that has all of the coins in it for some reason, and paid newsletter subscribers. If you're a paid newsletter subscriber, again, I pulled it up here because there's free. You get free for everybody. You get the daily newsletter for free. You get all the pod notes that I do the podcast on. You get the full list of bullish stocks. You get the scans. You get to reply directly to me. I am a wide open book. Paid members, you get additional newsletters like the fire one today and the robotics one yesterday. You get exclusive interactive chats. I reply to every chat that you do on Substack. You can ask me about anything. You can ask me what my which table I sat with was I at the cool kids table at lunchtime at school back in grade school? No. But, you can ask me about that. And founding members, you get the ability to schedule one-on-one meetings with me. We can go over whatever you want. But again, those are the paid members, the paid levels. And I give commercial-free podcasts to the paid members as well to listen to. So if you want any of that, again, everything is on Linktree. linktr.ee/daily stock pick. It's all here. The Daily Stock Pick newsletter, you can support the channel by just going here. If I've made you money, you can go down here and you can Venmo, PayPal, or Cash at me. You can sign up for Venmo. You can join our Reddit community. You can, get AT&T service, which is what I have. You can get a new Tesla. You can get visible service. You can support the podcast here. The biggest thing that I want you to do is sign up for any of the services. You'll see me go through this. Trendspider is having a great sale. You can try it out for $20. For $20, you can try it out. We'll go over some of the stuff. But again, Trendspider is the charting program that I use. The second thing that I use, and the perfect Gary bundle, is this bundle from Seeking Alpha. Okay? It's Seeking Alpha Premium, which you'll see me go through the quant ratings. You'll see me go through the articles. You'll see that it has no commercials. You'll see all of that. And Alpha Picks. Alpha Picks is just a fantastic data-driven portfolio. But Seeking Alpha, this bundle saves you $159. Now, say you don't want the portfolio. I'm going to go over why you do want the portfolio, but say you don't want it and you just want to do your own research. We'll save some money. The premium membership alone saves you $30 and you get a free 7-day trial. Okay? But why do you want Alpha Picks portfolio? Because here you go. 2 data-driven stocks per month. We're going to get one today. We're going to get one at noon today, and you're going to buy 1% of your portfolio worth of this stock. Now, you may say, hey, all of these tools cost a lot of money. And then I've got to put money into actually investing. That's just a lot. Where can I get all this money? You don't need 2 kidneys. You don't need, just quite simply, you don't need 2 kidneys. Go and find a source to sell the kidney. But it is a lot of money, honest to God. Full disclosure, it is a lot of money. Find the tools. I've went over in previous episodes. Go and just Google free tools, because there are plenty of free tools out there. Don't feel like you have to buy anything. But again, these tools have allowed me to double since I retired, I have doubled my portfolio. So these are the things that I use today that I wish I had during previous years. Those are the 3 things. Now let's talk about the S&P. As earnings expectations accelerate and the share repurchase window opens up, remember, companies will buy back their stock. Okay? The key tenets of the bear argument are just breaking down. We are 3% from all-time highs. Okay? 3%. The key tenets of the bear argument are breaking down, and odds are improving that the S&P breaks out of the trading range it has been stuck in since the election. And then that's the fundamental look. Okay? That is the look that I heard a quote from. I forget where I got it. I just copied and pasted it. But where have we been since the election? Look, that's the run up to the election. Then you had the December highs. Then you had your January highs. Clear resistance. Okay, but the Fibonacci up there, up at 629. That could be where market breadth down here. Again, it looks pretty good. Went over yesterday, the CNN fear and greed index. You're at fear. You're not at greed. And what does Buffett say? Be greedy when other people are fearful. Be fearful when other people are greedy. So, what are the biggest movers in the market today? Intel. There's rumors that Wall Street Journal reported that Taiwan Semi and Broadcom are exploring potential deals that could split up the U.S. chip maker. And ironically, we'll go over this later, Marjorie Taylor Greene has just disclosed another Intel purchase. So we'll look at that. You know, another one, Constellation Brands. STZ surged 9% after Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, who we just quoted, disclosed a new stake in the company. Pretty good. Not bad. You know, we talked about how Warren Buffett dumped his VOO and SPY. He now doesn't own an S&P tracking fund. Delta Airlines is down. Slipped 3% after the crash. That's an overreaction. That's an overreaction. You look at Delta Airlines, they can't fly an empty jet. Doesn't matter if it crashes. Even if there were a bunch of crashes, they can't fly an empty jet. Now, how do you trade this? Well, I just talked about Trendspider, okay? My 4-hour algorithm in Trendspider. You can see the entries and the exits. You win 25% of the time. But your actual performance, okay? So it's not about timing this thing. It's about making sure that you make more money than buy and hold in some stocks. And Delta Airlines, for me, would absolutely be a trade. Over 24 months, there are 24 positions. So one per month in this. Okay? It does look like a lot because it does get you in. And you could always buy and hold. If you're a believer, and I would tell you anything under $50 for Delta Airlines, you buy and hold. Because it will go over $50. But if you want to take the loss, you can absolutely take the loss. You can see during this time period, it got you in and out. But it also got you in at $39 here. It made you 60%. Okay, it just got you out with a 4% gain when you bought it at 61. It doesn't time the top. It doesn't time the bottom. But it gets you in and out 24 times over 24 months. Down here, you can see you make 97% over that 2-year portion. Buying and holding made you 67%. Look at the weekly and go and look at a long-term chart. Are you stretched? Absolutely, you're stretched. Will you come back down? Absolutely, you will come back down. You're trading right now at $65. Where's $65? That's just at the 9-day. So you have the last week's performance. Your low, 61. It's an overreaction, but would I buy in here? I probably wouldn't. I would wait for the 4-hour algorithm to tell me to get in. It's an overreaction. That's my thought about that one. Now, shares of Baidu slipped after CEO Robin Li. This is notably absent from a high-profile meeting between China's president and top business leaders. This is what happened to Jack Ma of Alibaba. Same thing. So, again, I don't trust China stocks. Baba is up in pre-market, but this one's slipping because the CEO's gone. Now, let's talk about one of the ones that, again, trending over here on Twitter. It's a free tool that you can use. Again, Twitter is free to everybody. and I saw Grab trending. And then Eli in the paid chat in Substack asked me about Grab. I didn't, I know Grab is a Southeast Asia. It's a super app. Okay. Shy put in a complete description here. And it's because Grab is one of these stocks that you get asked, as an influencer, you get asked a ton about these stocks. I am not somebody who's going to go and post this entire thing. If you want to know about Grab, he does a fantastic job of telling you what Grab is. Okay? Cole Grind. Will Grab outperform SoFi? He compared it to SoFi. Again, free tools. Twitter. It is a great tool. Well, the small cap Southeast Asia everything app is gaining attention ahead of earnings. Last quarter, a 200% earnings beat. Now with consistent profitability on the horizon, a strong chart set up, anticipation is building for another big quarter. Let's go and look. So you use a chart program. You can use Trendspider. Let's look at the 4-hour algorithm. The 4-hour algorithm makes you 7% over the last 24 months. Buying and holding makes you 44%. How would you want to trade this? Well, I wouldn't want to trade it on the 4-hour, but I'd want to find an entry in the 4-hour and say, okay, that's a good entry if I want to get in. And you look at the weekly. And we look at this one. The 200 days right there, it's still trending down, but your 50 days moving up. Now, am I going to expect this one to absolutely blow it out of the water and say, oh my God, we've got to buy it? Strong buy in the quant. How long has it been a strong buy in the quant? We can go down here and you can see $4.89. Where are you today? In pre-market, you're $5.57. That's pretty good. Your valuation, you're not making money. It's a D, but they are expected to make money. We can go over here and we can look at Grab at Earnings Hub. Again, this is a free tool as well. You can pull up Grab right here. And let's see. Their estimation, 1 cent earnings per share. 1 cent. I'm sorry. They actually announced 1 cent. They're expected to lose 1 cent per share. They're expected to grow their revenue. But you can see the stock on a weekly basis. You can see that 200 days trending down. It's not a good thing. The 50-day has leveled off. Now, where would I trade this one? From a weekly standpoint, I would be buying, if you wanted to buy right now, in pre-market, it's at 556. It's up 13%. That is above the 200-day. Okay? You look at a daily. Where's the 200-day on this one? It's at $4.01. So you're trading, remember, you're trading at $5 and it's trending up. And their earnings are coming out February 19th, tomorrow. So it's probably overnight. It doesn't look like your MACD is stretched. Your RSI is at 54. It probably shoots up today. You look at the 4-hour, and the 4-hour has you in at $5.10. That's where I would set my stop loss. If I wanted to buy it, I would buy it right now at $5.55, assuming that we're going to get some hype today. And I would set my stop loss at about $5.01. And that's what I would do. So again, you have to find a strategy to trade these. Am I investing in this one? No, I think it's, again, Shy goes over everything. And even, Cole Grind goes over everything. Looking at shares, outstanding shares of Grab, I noticed they have 3.9 billion. When you look at SoFi, you'll notice they have 1.1 billion shares. Grab has almost 3.5 times what SoFi has, and it's at a richer valuation. Again, this is just using Yahoo Finance or something. I don't know which program this is, but these are free tools that you can use it. Or you can just go over here to Seeking Alpha and you can go analyze with AI. And you can see Grab Holdings faces competition from Sea Limited, Gojek, and Food Panda. All you can trade. Okay, the valuation is moderately stretched. Growth exhibits remarkable growth. Grab shows robust profitability. The momentum is exceptional. Earnings revisions for Grab are highly positive, 14 upward and 1 downward. Okay, you can read what the analysts say about Grab is recognized for a significant growth in key segments. But their concern, valuation remains high compared to peers like Uber. which may impact its attractiveness to investors. We don't know what this is going to do. This was just done on 2/13. So it's like having an analyst in your pocket. Okay. And so you can do this type of thing. Just make sure you have a strategy. Just be aware. Know what you're buying. Know what your goal is. Know when you're going to sell. For me, am I getting into grab? No. And the reason is, okay, I am more like Warren Buffett. Slow and steady. Less risky. A YOLO play like this, a strategy for me, there is no way I would put more than 1% of my entire portfolio into something like grab. And it's a risk reward. I have 40, maybe I think about 60% of my portfolios in Apple. I feel perfectly fine with that. You know, I have a high percentage in Microsoft, a high percentage in Google, a high percentage in Amazon, a high percentage in ETFs like QQQ and VOO. But something like grab, if you have $1,000 and you put $500 into grab, you are just gambling. Doesn't mean you won't get rich. Okay. We went down the rabbit hole with Chris Camillo. And I posted yesterday about his risk strategy. He has a significantly high risk tolerance. So he's fine doing something like that. He's fine, in fact, taking out a margin loan on $1,000. He's going to go and leverage it 300% based on margin. Remember, I'm the guy that sold Palantir and was happy to sell Palantir at 25. Where's Palantir today? 120. I sold at 25. I was perfectly happy selling at 25. I wasn't upset. I said the valuation doesn't make sense. And so when here at $28, this is where I sold. July of last year, I sold it. I took a nice little profit. It's at 120 today. It's 5 times the money that I could have made. Am I upset? No. You have to understand your risk tolerance. You have to understand exactly what you're getting into. And grab, for me, doesn't fit my risk tolerance. You know, again, Shai goes over this one, and then Shai says, hey, it's crazy. Find a strategy. A strategy that's out there? Donchian. 1950, this man transformed trading like nobody else. It's impossible amidst breakout doubt trends or exit too early after understanding this strategy. Again, this is on Twitter. He goes over the entire Donchian strategy. And then what can you do? Go over to Trendspider. Just Google Trendspider and Donchian. A comprehensive guide for following Donchian channels. And they have it on, and you can use scanners. They've built it all for you. This is one of example strategy based on Donchian, and you can import it. You can import it. Look at this. Donchian channel, 48% strategy performance, buy and hold performance, -3%. Percentage winning trades, 48%. And you can see the entry conditions and the exit conditions right there. You import it into your Trendspider setup and you find stocks. This is on Bank of America. Okay? Bank of America. You can look at these things. Again, finding it on Twitter, understanding what he says, and then you just go over to Trendspider, you click a button, and boom, you can check out any stock that you want in Donchian channels. And it's great. It's fantastic. Again, you get to go over this just in Trendspider. What are they? How do you import them? What do you do? Again, get Trendspider for $20 to try it out. Makes no sense for somebody not to try it out for $20. And if you like it, sign up for a yearly plan. You'll get my 4-hour algorithm. You get all my stock, all of the scanners that I have and everything. But again, just go and try it. That's the key. And maybe you want to follow something like some of the congressional trades. Maybe you hear about Pelosi being the greatest trader of all time. Well, you know who's jealous of Pelosi? Marjorie Taylor Greene. She just had a bunch of buys. And you can find out about it here. You know, you can find out about it on Twitter, on Seeking Alpha. But you know where else you can find out about it? Here on Trendspider. What's happening now? Okay? And I'm going to close this out because these are all tools that you can use. Any insiders who buy stocks, CFOs, all insider trade, sweep puts, Below bid, all unusual options. Insiders sold all they had, 10% who are selling, 10% owners who are buying, all analyst estimates. You can go over that. Now, down the bottom here, I can't scroll down to the bottom, but you'll see there is a filter for government trades, okay? And you may see this. We can do a transaction date, based on this, and we can see February 3rd, Victoria Spats did SPG 15,000 to 50,000. This particular filter has a filter here that says value over 15,000. I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to apply. And that shows you all of Marjorie Taylor Greene's. She bought $1,000 to $15,000. Okay? $1,000 to $15,000. That's what it says. Of Intel, Goldman Sachs, Apple, Meta, NSC, Palantir, Devon, Adobe, UPS, Microsoft. You can put this up on the chart if you want. There are ways to do it. I don't do it. But again, find a strategy that works. If you want to follow government trades, you can do that in Trendspider. It's a great, great tool. Again, the tool of Trendspider has so much in it that I don't use, but you can do it. Okay? You can also, last night we heard Grok was released. It came out to pretty much, listen, the building of this thing was phenomenal. Phenomenal. A data center in Memphis with 200,000 GPUs. Musk claimed Grok was developed with 10 times more computing power than its predecessor, Grok 2. The chatbot will be competing with several major AI chatbots, including ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and DeepSeek. Okay, this is what this particular clip, this is prime Elon. Okay, this is 2018 Elon, where he talks about all of the challenges they had to go through to build this data center. This is Elon sleeping on the floor of the Fremont factory, making sure that the cars and every movement of robots, every movement of humans is optimized to make sure that they are making cars effectively and efficiently. And building a freaking tent in the parking lot, which was where my 2018 Model 3 was built. This is just peak Elon. And I'm not a fan of his politically, but I am a fan of his leading teams to incredible feats. I mean, look at what he did with SpaceX. He's rescuing the astronauts. It's not like Boeing has the engineers and the team. It's Elon who's going to do this. Okay? I like Tesla. I like this thought. Again, using this AI, I think Tesla is a buy. And what does the 4-hour algorithm say? It's a buy today at 351. You're trading at 359. Again, I think Elon is great at the hype, but that data center in Memphis, do not underestimate the great power and the great leadership that he had going into that. Yeah, and you can say, well, all the money he threw into that, he's the richest man in the world. He had the money to do it. I don't care if you're the richest corporation in the world. It's not like Apple did this in 100 days. And he talks about the problems that he had doing it and overcoming them. And it's not just him. I mean, no mistake. It's not just Elon, but you invest in leaders, good companies with good products, with good profits and good management. Now, you may argue Elon's not a good manager because of his political stuff. I throw that aside. Anybody who can buy their way into the White House and gets that close to the White House, he's got power. And here's the thing. Do you want to buy Tesla? Maybe not. But you know what? A back-tested strategy that goes over the last 2 years, my 4-hour algorithm. It makes you 170%. Buy and hold makes you 83% over the last 24 months. You win 48% of the time. It's essentially a coin flip. Your average win, 16%. Your average loss, 14%. Get the 4-hour algorithm. Again, it's all about strategies. It's all about picking the stocks that you want to hold and finding a strategy in it. Is it a buy and hold? I don't know. There's a great chat in the newsletter. If you go to the newsletter and you look at the chat section, if we just go over here to Linktree and you go to the newsletter and then go to the chat, great chat on, I forget which stock it was. I think it was Sprouts Farmers Market. Sprouts Farmers Market up here. There's Eli's grab stuff. But there's a great chat, and it's in one of the newsletters. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I know it's from Mike. Let's see. Yeah, I know you talked about having a system, but how do you know if you decide a stock just has run too much? I'm thinking of Sprouts Farmers Market. I want to add to my position, but I feel like it's got to pull back. I know timing doesn't matter. So what do? Do you listen to the algorithm? Well, Sprouts Farmers Market, find a strategy that works. My strategy for Sprouts Farmers Market is alpha picks. They tell you when to buy and sell. But I will tell you, my 4-hour algorithm makes you 303%. Okay? It just got another entry. Look at this one. It got you in at 131. Over 43 days, 32%. We're going to change that because it's even up higher. And their earnings are coming up. Is it stretched? Absolutely. Find a strategy that works. And it's not just buy it, buy it and pray. It's not. Find a strategy. Is this one extended? Absolutely. Go and look at the fundamentals of it. But find a strategy that works. And I think investing in leaders like Elon, it has proven to work. The strategy that I had with Tesla, which was I should have bought and held in 2018 because I didn't have the 4-hour algorithm in 2018. I should have just bought and held. I thought I could time it. I didn't time it right. Didn't have a strategy. Didn't do effective. So I like it. Again, I like it. Now let's talk about some of the scans that we got in the core portfolio. The scans, basically every day I do scans of the stocks that are bullish in certain lists, the watch lists, the core portfolio. You can see up here in the upper right, you can see daily stock pick, the top stocks of 2023, 2024, and 2025. Bitcoin and crypto. I have a list of core investments. I have a list of covered call ETFs, which are income ETFs, energy names, leverage ETFs, low cost Vanguard ETFs, spider sectors, and the personal watch list. It's behind my head, but trust me, it's there. And I scan these. Well, what's one that came up? IBIT. How do I, what's the strategy on IBIT? For me, it's buy and hold. The 4-hour algorithm over the last 13 months makes you 46%. Buy and hold makes you 100%. How do I enter this one for buy and hold? I use the 4-hour algorithm. It just gave you an entry today at 55. I will be buying more IBIT. Simple as that. And where do I get the money to buy the IBIT? Well, I only have one kidney. I'm kidding. I have two. But you've got to have a job. You've got to have a source of income to be able to do this. And if you don't have cash on the sidelines, sell some of your VOO if you want to get into Bitcoin. Sell a stock that may be a loser. Cut your losers loose. If you don't have a strategy for a stock, you should be trading it. And if it's a loser, trade it out of it. But again, the 4-hour algorithm makes you 46%, 13 positions over 13 months. It's about one per month. Now, I don't trust getting out of this one because I want to buy and hold. You can look at Bitcoin. We can go and look at the Bitcoin 4-hour strategy. And is IBIT stretched? Absolutely, it's stretched. This is a weekly chart. But we don't even have a 200-day. We don't, the 50-day just started to show up. So Bitcoin has been an explosive bit. What's another one that got an entry? Well, Tesla got an entry. We just talked about Tesla in the core portfolio on the 4-hour 351. It's trading at 355. I'm sorry, 359. It closed at 355. So 351 is where the algorithm tells you to get in. Put it in order. For me, when something like this happens and it's trading at 359, I just buy it at the open. I don't buy it at the open. I buy it, at a good price. I'll go to a 5-minute chart and I'll say, okay, we've got confirmation. I can buy it probably now, but maybe I want to wait until it pulls below this one on a short term because it's a longer term trade. And I look at opportunities. What's another one in the 4-hour algorithm that looks good? Netflix. The algorithm got you in here at 861. It continues to move higher. Now we can look at this one. I did a Fibonacci on this one, and you can see the next resistance is 1,076. Where are you trading right now? 1,060. You may want to wait, but we're not going back to filling this gap. Netflix is just too good. What's another one in the core portfolio that got one of the spider sectors, XLY? This is how I own a lot of Tesla. I think it's 16% of this portfolio is Tesla. 226. You make 60% versus 52% buy and hold. I do trim this one a lot based on the algorithm. Okay, because it outperforms for the last 2 years. What's another one? I looked at the most stock twits, most active social media. Lunar suddenly got some hype, and Lunar right now it's up 3% at $20. 1962, the algorithm gets you in. This is how you start using it. MFC, which is Manulife Financial. This is one of the top stocks of 2023 or 2024. Algorithm, it makes you 61% versus 53% buy and hold. You win 44% of the time. This is clearly a death cross. Would I buy this one? No. Again, Manulife Financial Corporation, not my cup of tea. I'm a large cap tech investor. Their earnings are coming up and I'm buying this one with a death cross. No, understand your technicals. That's it. So I've got a long list of stocks and ETFs that have an entry that are bullish in the 4-hour algorithm. One, GDLC. Okay, GDLC is Grayscale Digital Cap. This one owns a bunch of coins. 4-hour algorithm got you in at 40. You're at 42 right now. 4-hour algorithm makes you 265% on this one over the last 24 months. Buying and holding makes you 617%. This is not a recommendation to go in and buy this one. Understand what you're buying. But this one was pointed out to me from a listener named Lucas, who did a great job using Seeking Alpha, which has this one as a strong buy in their ETF. GDLC, let's go and look at it. GDLC, right there, Grayscale large cap, okay? It's got it as a strong buy in the quant. Do I want to buy it? Not a big fan of this one, but it is number one alternative digital asset in the subclass. It's got momentum. You can see 1 month return, 7%, 6 months, 117%, 1 year, 155%, 5 year, 423%. And what do? You can go to the summary and you can look at it. Okay. Large cap fund is among the first securities solely invested in and deriving value from a basket of large cap digital assets. And you can go to the holdings and you'll see it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and Ripple. And they siphon through that. But your expenses are it's a 2.5% expense ratio. Understand what you're buying, then develop a strategy. Do you want to buy and hold it? That's just one. Another spider sector is the leading spider sector. If we go over here and we go to Seeking Alpha, we go to market data and you see these US equities and you just type in, you sort it by year to date. The number one year to date is XLC, which is up 8%. XLY, which we just went over, that's the bottom rung. Okay, it's only up 1.18% year to date. XLC is up 8.78% year to date. Well, XLC just became bullish in the 4-hour algorithm. It got you in here at 96. It could be going for another run. The 4-hour algorithm says this one has a bullish tendency right here. Buying and holding over the last 24 months, you make 82%. That is fantastic for a sector. You know what's driving this one? If we go over and look, what's in XLC? It's Meta. Meta's the top one. 21% of this portfolio is Meta. That's huge. And if we go and look at the chart of Meta, I've said, hey, if Meta pulls back under 700, you should absolutely look to buy it. The algorithm got you in here at 615. Buying and holding makes you 291% over the last 24 months. That's a phenomenal performance. But you may have been scared of all the ups and downs. The 4-hour algorithm wins 59% of the time. Your average win, 11%. You make 165%. It has you in at 615. Does it have you out? No. Just alert you when it gets out. Another one where the 4-hour algorithm has you in, again, finding a strategy. This is the equal weight ET S&P 500. This is RSP. Gets you in at 181. Over the last 24 months, you make 24%, 26 positions. This is the equal weight. The difference between equal weight and market weight, if you go and look at VOO and you look at these holdings, okay, 6.9% is Apple, 6% is Microsoft, and you go and type in RSP and look at the holdings, it's 0.33 Palantir. Again, it's got 508 holdings. It's equal share weight of all the 500 versus the VOO does it by market cap. So you're heavily weighted by the Mag 7. And if you go and look at RSP versus the S&P 500, over 1 year, it's underperformed. This is how you tell if the market is breathing, if the market's going up or down based on the 493 stocks. If RSP if we get an abundance of the 493 outpacing the Mag 7, then RSP is going to outperform the S&P 500. That's the way it works. Okay, again, find your strategy. Go to Linktree. You can sign up for Trendspider. Trendspider has their offer. It's going on for the next day. Try it out for $20. You'll get my 4-hour algorithm when you sign up for a yearly plan. You don't get it for this trial. Just try and go to Twitter, find a strategy on YouTube, and then go to Trendspider and set it up. You have a 2-week time horizon to look at it. And the stocks that you love that are in your portfolio, you can test against them. Find a strategy that works. Just Google Trendspider blog, and you'll find it. The Trendspider blog is right here. And they have a ton of strategies. You can look for software updates where you can try the AI coding. You can look for technical analysis. It has all of the details here. You don't need to sign up for Trendspider to read this either. Okay? Prepare for the trading week. They put out newsletters. But you can look at all of this stuff, and they have a ton of resources that you can just look into. You can browse the articles. You can basically, if you type in, just say, hey, I want the Trendspider Weinstein. Weinstein. There you go. And it pulls up. Here you go. Here's the blog post. Master market trends with AI-powered Weinstein stage analysis. And you can import it. Sign up for the trial, and you can import it and see how it performs on your favorite stocks for $20. So I am going to be doing a separate new podcast for the paid newsletter subscribers. Again, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get the complete list of bullish stocks in that one. You can also get a preview of the commercial free. You can listen to this podcast anywhere, Spotify, Apple, blah, blah, blah. It's available, but there are commercials. The paid newsletter subscribers get it commercial free. But today's additional bonus episode is going to be a fire tip of a simple budgeting tip that will allow you to start investing and using the income that you have to start looking at financial independence, retire early. It's a simple tip. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. Google it. But I will be explaining it a little bit more in depth on there. So if you're interested in retiring early, that was kind of what I did. I unknowingly did the 50-30-20 rule. It was probably more like 50-20-30. Because I just wound up saving more money and putting more money into investments. But I'll go into more of that in my in the bonus. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.